and we're up here at Ken's Claim, and this morning we're running the Whites GMT, Whites Goldmaster E-Series tracker with the standard coil. How we set the GMT up, or at least how I do it. We're not going to be covering a lot of ground today. We're going to be hunting in the same area, right up on this bench. And when you get this decomposed granite that we have, the ground soil doesn't change a lot. It pretty much stays the same. So that's the good thing. So we're going to run it in fixed, not tracking. A lot of people say run it tracking. Manuals say run it tracking. Folks, let's run it in fixed. So here's how we're going to set up our GMT. We're going to power it on. And we're going to try to get that gain or sensitivity just above that white diamond. Okay, we're going to run it in the white diamond over here. I never use audio boost myself. Just like with a lot of the other machines, I think it's bells and whistles. Yeah, some people like it, but all it does is amplify all sounds. So when you're around hot rocks, cold stones, leaverites, trash, mineralization, it amplifies all that. So for you beginners, let's keep the audio boost off. Now, ground balance. I like to run it in manual and tune it up here. Okay, threshold, quiet. That's too much. A slight hum right there. A little broken up staccato. Try to turn it up a little bit. And then your variable speed VSAT, right around the diamond. These are perfect starting positions, is right there around those white diamonds. Hear what it's doing? I'm pumping it up and down. I'm ground balancing the unit, and it makes a noise when I lift it up. That's not what the manual says. The manual says you want it to make a noise, or you want the threshold to stay the same as you pump it up and down. There's two ways to do it. One is hit ground grab. Now it's pretty close. See how much quieter it is? I hit that ground grab button, pushed that in, held it for a couple of seconds, pumped it up and down, boom. Ground grab right there. The other way, the way I do it, is I tune the machine to be a little hot, a little more hot, to give me a little more sensitivity, for your smaller nuggets, a little more depth. And how do we do that? Instead of pumping it up and down and keeping the threshold staying the same like the manual says, we give it a hot on the downstroke, a little extra noise, by hitting the plus. Now we're getting a slight increase on the downstroke. We're ready to go. Now he's got what I call a hot coil. Some people don't like it. When you bump into things, it makes a little chatter. Me personally, I don't like those kind of coils because I keep the coil to the soil. And we're trying to find a little zip. Those are just ground noises. Okay. There's a target. What that is it's a cold stone. That rock right here, right there that I just dug out, is a cold stone. It's gone. See that? Now listen to this. Boing, 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 boing. Cold stones, or leaverites, which means leave her right where she lay. That's not the signal we're after. What's that? Another cold stone. And I see a lot of you folks always looking down at the meter everywhere you're hunting. I don't even care what the meter says or shows. Another cold stone right there. We listen with our ears. There we go. Now, pull the trigger. Hear the grunt? The pig grunt, that's iron. We don't worry about iron. More grunting, iron. What you have to do is you got to keep that coil close to the soil. Up here, it sounds good, and then it starts to grunt. Cold stone, remember that. Boing, boing. Possibly a target right in there. We're going to move a little bit. Now, this is a piece of granite. It could have a little something in it. We'll check it with our magnet and see if our magnet picks it up. See that? That tells me there's a little bit of iron in there. That's why you want to have a magnet on your pick. There's something there. Probably a hot rock. Yep. Right there. That. A little hot rock right there. Woo! Might be a little target right in there. Really small, whatever it is. Are you hearing that, Steve? Yeah. It's pretty small signal. Now notice if I lift this coil a little bit, it's gone, folks. Yeah, the hot spot of the coil is right down the middle. Right down the middle. And it can be from the tip to the toe, all the way through there is the hot spot. So what we've got is right in here, we've got a very small target. You don't want to dig too much dirt at once. I think I've got it. And put that flat right up against that coil. Now move it. See how he's got that flat right up against the coil. And you're getting a little wobble. Folks, those little pieces of gold or lead or birdshot or foil, doesn't matter. That's what you got to do with that kind of cup. Get it right flat on the coil, and that's why we like to use that flat cup instead of a round cup. You hearing that? I'm getting the speaker of the camera down by the machine. Now, what's it reading? I don't care. Okay, pull the trigger. Go ahead. Probability of iron around 25%. But in reality, folks, there's not enough metal to know for a fact. There's just not. Now we've got it to where there's hardly any dirt left at all in there. Hardly any dirt at all. If you go slow, it's not as distinct. Now listen to this. See why you want to get a little more movement going? And that's why a lot of guys will have that wear spot right in the middle. Now I've already spotted it. It is right there. There's our little nugget. So what we're going to do, go ahead and hold that up just like that. Here's another way. We've got it down to nothing. And when it hits that coil, you should hear a little zip. Boom, just a little sound. That's not gold at the bottom. So now we're going to move this around and tap on it. And there's your little picker right there. Idaho placer nugget. 10-inch coil, twin double D, and the Whites GMT. That's how it's done, folks. That's how it's done right there. 50 kilohertz of the GMT, fabulous for finding little nuggets. There's only one other machine, that Gold Bug 2, that'll hit them cleaner. Now that Eureka Gold has a 60 kilohertz setting, but it's a really soft setting. Get yourself a smaller coil than this and you'll hit these little nuggets like this even better. All right, we're out.